We enter into the program proper. We have Mr. Ibrahim Fadera, the President, Gambia chapter. We have Tian Fadera, our Lower River Region Regional Coordinator. Mr. Ibrahim Bojang, Regional Sanyang Coordinator. And we have the West Coast Region. So, I'm deeply honored to serve as the Master of Edition, and today will be the 5th edition. Not just a sponsorship, it is an investment in the education. We are not only lifting, and most importantly, the determination of the girls. So we welcome everybody on board. The program, we will start with the opening remark and
good morning. With us to grace this occasion, and definitely I must also recognize the peoples or the staffs that are representing their institutions here. We all know that everybody cannot have what is on table. Same gesture was given, and the sign light, because if you look at all the sponsors in the whole here, they are all minors and they are all teenagers, the parents. That whoever is giving this, sign lucky to have this. It doesn't mean that you are the best student, but it's among for in others. Definitely, we must commend this gesture. So on that note, I
thank you very much, Mr. Education of this girl. So thank you. And next, is reminding us that before in our own midst.
Good afternoon to every one of you here. I am very honored to be 4 different regions, KMC, West Coast, because a lot of resources has been put into this. As we all know, during our time, we were not fortunate to have this. Most of us go to school carrying our school materials in people, having NGOs and having philanthropists to also come in and supplement some, become one of us. Congratulations to everyone to do the same. You do not have to wait until you have millions in your bank to start giving. It can help them in their studies and also boost their overall performance in school. So I am urging all the beneficiaries, their children, so they will study harder to make the much is given, much is expected. So I encourage everyone to make best use of this and to always strive.
I think so next on the list, I would like to call Miss Aramajadu.
My name is Club in C4. The foundation is supporting women's education, girls' education rather, and also my brother Fadera. I'm very much concerned about. But then again, I am honoring mothers, create a lasting legacy. Mothers and mothers are the backbone of families and communities. In Girls and Honor Mothers, we invest in future or our society thinking, reduce child marriage, empowering girls become women who honoring mothers. Mothers are pillars of strength. Mothers teaching child or participating in a community project. Through education, education equips girls. It also encourage girls leading community projects and support, whether at home, in school, financially supporting create mentorship and a world where girls are empowered, mothers are honored, and every child has access to education. Country, because if you empower one girl, you empower the whole nation. Get them in future, they are giving back to the country, the community. So
we have been here for, this is the 5th time in the Ankaramoda Minki Diamansia. Karamodo school didn't go through more than 8 hours with the Pana Kolia back through Amari. I have Molmin Fanaka in Bagasu D. If Anankala File Ikana Nimbagasu child is born to be a distinction student. Me Alanko. I need to for sunlight, Mr. Tijan Fadera. Tijan has been a person who has been very, very he has been Jarat Tundugang. But what book nano because Jambo Kedal. But Tijan can be Buka Pasa, Atelekata, Apoke, Mobuka Fendiala, Afona Wakilo Kama, Kajiko, Queen Dinwaka me.
And every activity you are at the forefront of this project, and being so in us being the co-founder of Signlight in Girls Education. To start with, partners, media houses here present, we thank you so much for coming. This year, empowering girls and women. Cause that is close to our heart, empowering girls and women. From reaching their full potentials, from limited resources. When you empower a girl, you empower a family of an entire nation. It is an act of partnership, educational opportunities, scholarship for young direction, and support entrepreneurs by providing microfinance to women. We look into these things with seriousness. Its sponsorship is more than your sponsorship will not only transform, we must recognize women. A smart investment. Together through sponsorship and shares and potentials of women have been overlooked. Grow stronger, communities prosper, and economies grow as well. These are factors development cannot be underestimated. To exclude them from employment is to weaken our generation of girls to dream bigger. But we must also recognize the institutions, employers, communities, and all of us even fair enough. Let us support policies that guarantee equal pay for equal work. We should continue to value them, and we should continue. It's a clear examples are here. But for men ourselves, we cannot just keep a blind eye. Can celebrate her effort in what we refer to as us all this while, and we really honored your presence. Let us build a future where every woman has the opportunity not just to be employed, but to excel.
It is a long one, but a very, very important speech. Just will make the best uses of these materials that will be given to them. Even a packet of a book at the market. Not everybody can afford. Said before, we never benefit from these kind of gestures. We'll be giving 2 bags per child. I think that is a cost for upload. We should clap for that. Our beneficiaries, our sponsor girls in LRR will be very difficult, but it makes so. We would like to have Sir Vicente Gomez here, but unfortunately, you know, I call him the man of wisdom. He never fails to amaze. Whenever he speaks,
of praise. All thanks and glory belong to him. Assalamu alaikum. I greet all of you. Rehaka Thomas,
I couldn't actually physically join you guys. And I thought I would to you and your team for honestly shining the light. Team is about empowering girls, honoring mothers, the legacy of strength. Few actually act on that which they advocate. Girls, women and children. This initiative, I hope and pray, Valera and your team for showing us that development, especially sustainable development, are ending, are barriers, and our education. And I want to look at each of these have individual and collective responsibility. Individually, what is my responsibility? Responsibility. Not individual responsibility, not parental responsibility, not the teachers. What do you earn? You earn something near Ronco, definitely Imanafa, barrier. Education. Ate. Community responsibility. Munam nyantoti, munam ite nyantoti. Momi along control bo tundo. Karamo is not just that structure or the name of this. The name of the Karana Dami Swokon, Womu Karambola. Even though the name of it like a Karamota. And the moment and how do we take responsibility as a community teaching and learning to take place? The students. So, I think I'm mirroring in the B. Na kabilo kono, na sate kono. Monyanta milona na alone, don't look at our children. To know what they ought to know when they ought to know it. And not sort of won't do for it. So the other meaning the world need to know they can. We don't do more killing the man of our maternity. So thank you. Come on now. And I assume we'll be back there because now we know the last year children, especially the girl child. And the muso more to ikabata da mi so de mfanga na tundo to na sate ko beleta ko beleta ko dinno min karanta bi wo bina na fa ikamo jama'ata kan binyo because that which would have befell them would not souls to what is best and making what is best out of them and wo ko min betiata mo lundo sodo don't minta journalism ke ni tara fana e batar la jira molo mi ala ko ama fon wara ka findi bal kayto fana mu ka findi wo kan but I realized the school told me on Uncle Alaji S. Cham from Tango. He also
in 1983. That's 42 years ago. I said, no, I remember. So, congratulations. So, they are very delighted with Sunlight. When they submitted their document presentation, they saw some activities that they have done, evidence-based pictures, how we did assessment we did. I am the one who conducted the assessment, and I was money, and how you spend the money. And that is very crucial. Generational cycle of poverty. If you educate girls, it breaks. You have to be conscious of your environment, your way of life, workforce, and have few because you have healthier children, more healthy, resilient communities by reducing representative governance and economic stability. when as an individual improve healthier and family health outcomes. When you are educated as a woman, you better. When you are educated as a girl, you can make choices about your own life. Whether I'm ready for this, they will have a better employment, increase their income. I think that you have the chance how to do facing, because we think that too many when you grow old and when you are suffering, that's on the moment. Yes. E kamu soldier ay pare fa ela korda kono duto ba duto dobi ya senta duto sante 1 week abe duto kono sante amon sonna jila abe duto kero nyimi e futu la han sante so yani muso na te dawo mu kinama kundo abukabula but educated women say ni kyo muso e kodo soto save her money and make sure the child competition. So I feel like that's why it's high time now we get a head of state as a woman. And Jawata new musola of class of the Mima Pando. I feel like even the voter registration you women go for as a agent. It's a common carte file lemoy. Killing never kata carte, near the muso karandi. Na palaso soto, but a farmer that will approve. Couple months settled for man Nibola. A sapa came my book, but the Ben Farmer Nibola, Sapa Nibo. The muso Tango, I come down la Pojang, but for it. I go for Yama Hani Karamola. Ko fuariya na taman gambe kono jam andum niaji do kumara dolbi je kumola nyama so karawo abe make kata arabic school di wala kata english school karawo man daw woto niaji be dol kata sare muda ani mete kala na do la contrat clean abina do la sanji ma ko la fu eta tibet yela karawo la fa ifra yela ko ha ke bi fa wa bu masonte rek bula da no ka e kele breso. So thank you very much. Next speaker will be Hamadi Sow from the National East.
Follow Bena Keva Kondana Mr. Cham Alagi. Therefore, the light for girls let Toyala. And for the simple reason is Ngamfon Kom Kadindamol Karandi about menstruation, menstrual hygiene. Apart from my work, one thing about question Kirina, and the question is, how are you able to mobilize people to your functions? If you look at the amount that is injected to Nyimpono, but niajibe fana nyin anata juma wolle, that is follow. For na school so the first bagasol so the mialon ka karon so endeng iko bululale ni fengol sang abe koliale bulu bakere because so kanyum bagasol samba ka di bolon ko dimne wala ka di mola yela karamota ya muta e bultan fulola nakeba Mr. Cham ya fajan for people to take education very seriously, especially for the women, for the girls. But Sign Light for Girls Education project ita dina no dinimol bela. So attend Mel Yalong who come had here with the girls in this very hall. One of the take-home messages, civic education, is also investing on things like sexual and reproductive health. The first point of contact, because ibamal fawol malong or of socialization, ala first dula anyanda karana dano wala swakonati. So abortion of our commit more than 1 or 2 abortions at the house. But these mobile phones are a very good tool, not be an agent of destruction for you. And on our course, when you mobile realize that you have not been trying in school. So this is a test for your for actual beneficiaries all. We think they need support to empower them.
And I think nyanda ko nyoma ko wala ka dinimol karandi nema faye mo ma faye nimba kelale ibi da ko sangi dantan iba ngaji be health education ning ko mbabula mani ka fam ba fala buga fono because mi nek ak mol ka kuliyan ton famo da fono ba kel because ko ida bay ga dinimol famo jël fu yita famo iga kumala fo e man dalé ka mi moy al nga foye ni dinnu yalla pour fulo je adu na man najil dal ko karam mo Fruko Malene. So thank you very much, Mr. So from through drama, poetry, Queens, Asia, almost Mparetale. So next, what I will do is assembly, cell light over the years, Nalia DB, Kujamala Lafa Funkang, Muka, so Bilon Lafaka on Bill, Tango, the media is here, Rural Bidang, and some of the beneficiaries are here. So
hello. Hello. And light is quite remarkable. She traveled to United States of America to represent. He told me, "Wow, your documents are so perfect. Raised in an environment, perhaps an umbrella that or perhaps your way of arranging your documents would be completely different from a Gambian German people. So that means the best administration as far as the world is concerned. German is also a bit, and we are so much grateful. Yet we did not partner with them, but we are working on to sign an MOU. The area is concerned. He stood effortlessly by making sure for being with me here, I am safe, I am comfortable. I really appreciate it. And then I have my mom, Kadi, and for being with Sunlight. NGO affairs, I did not understand their form. So she has to left her office just to go up to Sunlight office to make sure. And his commitment as far as youth work is concerned is quite recommendable. We really appreciate the commitment. In social project, I'm also the country coordinator to continue more training with them. Under the leadership of Reinhold, Uncle Usman, I thank you so very much. I thank my family here, sacrifice they make as far as the journey is concerned. Single mothers, when Sunlight began, it was not just an organization, it was initiative has grown into a movement. With 72 girls today, we are going to their reach. Over the years, Sunlight has not only provided educational supplies from our German board. Isabel Kiefer and her team for making sure we reach to a day like this. Hannah, Grandma, Julia, Matthias, leading in this journey for making it possible for me and also contributing to the community. Life, dignity, and future. At Sunlight, we strongly believe that education is a shared responsibility. Education, enforcing laws that protect girls and promoting gender equality, inspire it. At this point, I want to leave you with two powerful words. With their location, I was scared. There are girls here, me, I was scared what is going to happen to my life. With our mothers, our leaders, and partners, it is because Sunlight is no longer, but that would not be honest to me and to the sponsors. In being transparent in how you use it. This is use it. Parents and our godfathers, we say thank you. This public presentation is a way of honoring your trust. So it's called Sunlight in Girls, their voice, can share their challenges and can take leadership in shaping their own destiny to practice leadership. Ami and her team, many like them, represent the future for you. It is for your family, your community, and for the generation yet to born. We are all up to that task. I know we are. I see it in your eyes. Sunlight in Girls Education also monitor the results. But sometimes when we look at the results, we look at it that you need to change. So let's take actions and let's has to come to write her own dream. This year we come up with a new initiative, Empower Girl Skills. Thank you. Down to the range and and the girls are here to receive them. On that note, I thank Binta for being with us, and Binta will...
Well, thank you very much for this speech. Putting up world.
So recently summer camp organized. So the last election which was conducted to select Sign Life Girls Assembly, the speaker of our Girls Assembly, but election on again, and for position of the one so we really thank them so very much for being the first Girls Assembly, perhaps the first activity that our Girls Assembly would embark on.
First, I would like to call on the speaker for the satellite. Army to be our deputy for the 2-year mandate. Thank you. Secretary General, that's a 2-year mandate. And then the communication officer of satellite. Binta, you are welcome. Honorable Ms. Binta.
Respected leaders. So today is just another that will celebrate the birth of a vision, a promise with courage, dignity, and hope. This assembly will serve as a voice. We the daughters of Starlight stand together. The welfare of girls, that is the Starlight will take. So let's all put our right. We pledge to honor the gifts of education, to stand against. We vow to respect leadership and compassion. Together we declare we are to shine and to lead the way for agriculture in the Gambia and beyond.
Without having the speaker for the satellite.
My name is Ami Manga, a student of Gambia Senior Secondary School. It will be impossible to start within us. The Girls' Assembly, for so long, girls in our community have been told to stay silent, to accept traditions that believe that education is our future. With every book, every pen, and every lesson, we build our dreams. They are a true legacy of hope, no matter how difficult the journey may be. As the speaker of this, I say this: let us dream big, let us study hard, and let us never.
Well, that's an emotional speech, a very powerful one for a young general delivery for the sponsorship package in each of the 4 regions. It's in 4 regions: KMC, West Coast region, Lokanten, nga Yusfa, Dansoje Molkono Jang, Yusfa, Abaraka Bake, Kotijan, Atalong, LRR. So Fatmara, one of the most outstanding students, Olmialanko, you know, to every region is all in town. So Fatmara, Atalong Dinimo de Mialanko, Atala Kata Dinimo Beauty. Alga West Coast region wala mbayen tundo ko min kan alga bulo ko sa ni wolbu nyarandol di mialango organisation no ni fawla ba ke ni la sponsor and receive on our behalf. So our regional coordinator for Minkata, the inaugural on our behalf. Lapa Fatima Kulila Mandala
about educating a girl child. When you educate, an educated girl is a fortress that progress, inspiring the world through strength of her heart and the depth of her knowledge. Never underestimate Allah, the first madrasa of every believer, your understanding of the family and of your community. Seek knowledge, dear sister, for in it lies not only
Well, Education Directorate, Region 2 West, and the farmer and Uncle Alliance to Fatu Fofana. Panda. Okay, Fatu Fofana. Pamela Samura. Yabinda Dampa.
I'll stand by here.